Evening and welcome to Dreamland, or as it's known this evening, Screamland. Now then, this is a event we've never been to. We've never been to Screamland before. Obviously, we visited Dreamland quite a few times in the past and had some good and bad times here. However, we've heard nothing but great things about Screamland, and we're really looking forward to it. And the best part is, I haven't actually done any research. I haven't spoiled it by looking at any videos from previous years. I've not really looked into what the mazes are. All I've done is pick up the leaflet for the first time and have a look. And I tell you now, it looks amazing. So today we are going to be taking you inside the mazes. All of the mazes, all 5 of them, we're going to be taking you inside. You'll see some clips from it here. If you don't want to spoil it, the full videos will be on our YouTube channel over the next few days. And of course, there are some rides open as well, but we are here for the screams, as we hear this is incredible. Now let me take you through the mazes that are here. So we have the Hammer House of Horror, the Sleep Experiment, Lockdown, the Fly Wants to Get Involved there, the Brotherhood, Submerge, Full Scream Ahead, and Carnival, the Fall of Festino. Festino, no idea who Festino is. And of course we have the map as well if you want to see what rides and attractions are open as well. They're there. So let me take you through these one by one. Hammer House of Horror, the woman in black has come to Dreamland. Can you escape her terrible curse? The Sleep Experiment, Lockdown. The first sleep experiment has failed. The facility is in lockdown. Venture into the bowels of the grim research facility. The Brotherhood. The year is 1666. Plague and fire are ravaging the city. I love this. These sound all very different. And that's the least of your problems. The Brotherhood are back, and you'll find them in the maze. Submerged. Climb aboard the ill-fated Mary Rose and find yourself plunged into the icy depths of the chilling ghost story that leave your blood cold. The Doom Voyage. It's maze number 4. Carnival. So roll up, the grossest, Fly loves me, this grossest show on earth. Festino reveals what's behind the curtained condemned Carnival, which is maze number 5. Now then, we can actually use light in all of the mazes except the Hammer House of Horror. Because it's Woman in Black, it relies on it being dark and it relies on it being black inside. So I don't know how much you'll see, but we're definitely going to take you inside, and I imagine there's going to be some jump scares along the way. And these look amazing. As we said kind of halfway through there, they look really, really different. You know, we're kind of used to, you know, kind of stereotypical mazes as we go around, and it's nice to come to a place like this and see something different. You know, the plague, oh, what... I know it wasn't very nice, but what a great thing to have a maze on. You know, a sleep experiment. Or you ever got insomnia at Burton? It'd be really interesting to see how this one kind of pans out. Woman in Black. I love the Woman in Black. Really, really love the Woman in Black, and I can't wait to get into there. And you know, Submerged, obviously we're from Portsmouth, so finding something to do with the Mary Rose is actually quite historical to us, because we've been to the Mary Rose, we've seen the museum, and we've seen everything that we have to offer it in our hometown. So really looking forward to the little spin on that as well. And of course the Carnival. Who doesn't like clowns? A lot of people don't like clowns, but we like clowns. So I really hope you enjoy this evening. Remember to like and subscribe. Please drop us a like, please drop us a subscribe, and remember to ring the bell. We've got some Halloween videos coming up, and we have lots of diverse content across the channel, even in the closed period. But yes, this is our maze list. I have no idea where we're starting. We're not 100% sure where they are. So we're gonna have a little look around now. We'll show you some of the rides and attractions that are open, and then we're gonna head for some frights. Actually, Paul Oakenfold is playing tonight at Dreamland, and we have been invited to stay on. We won't be doing that, mind you. Here's the Dreamland Drop. Of course, we have a video of that on our channel. You got Pendulum over the back there. Look at that, that thing looks stunning. Of course, we've not seen any of this at night. Got the Hurricane Jets just there. There's people on the Hurricane Jets already. There's people on Pendulum already as well. But that thing looks absolutely stunning. The Waltzer is open. Pendulum was stunning, I absolutely love stunning. And there's some nice spooky music going on. No rocking tug tonight. I don't really think it's going to be age appropriate. And then it kind of blocks off here. It does say the Scenic Railway is open, but I think we've got to get to it from the other side. But then here's Pendulum. So it's a bit dark in here, but underneath the abandoned car park, we have Submerged. which looks like it goes over there. Right, so a bit of light here. This is Submerged. And then this one looks like... Well, this is the Brotherhood. Looking forward to this one. Really looking forward to this one. And I'm guessing over the back here will be the sleep experiment. But what a great use of a car park. What a great use of a car park. I think this graffiti is actually genuine. I think the graffiti is actually genuine to do with the car park, to be honest with you. And here's a lock down there, we can see that. It's a little bit better over here. Where do we start? Where do we start?
You have come to seek the wisdom.
You might win a prize, you might win your freedom.
What you doing here? Get your hands off my sheets! It's trespassers!
Get out of here!
Get rid of them!
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Customers, I haven't seen so many since Michaelmas last year. But alas, we are now raked with the plague. So many pus-filled boils afflicting one's skin. So much pus. But I have the answer. These hoods have all been soaked in holy oils and plied with my herbs. You will all need a hood. When I tell you, place the hood over your head. Place your hoods on. You put your right hand on the body in front of you and the devil's left hand onto the rope. Through here. Along. The devil's left hand
So that is a couple of mazes done, and we've taken you through Carnival, the Fall of Festino. Wow, you know, the clown mazes, they are hit and miss, definitely for people. As we've said many times before, you either like clowns or you don't like clowns. You either find clowns scary or you don't find clowns scary. Now, I don't find clowns scary. However, that doesn't mean that you can't get a good bit of story in and a good bit of flow to a clown maze. And we found particularly, probably in the last couple of years, that clown mazes have got better. They've got better at jump scares, they've got better at kind of scenery, you know, bright lights and things like that. They've got a lot better than just a clown in a suit. Oddly enough, in there's only really one clown in the suit, which was right at the end. So you go in and the fortune teller kind of tells you, you know, your fortune really, and whether or not it's worth going through or not. Obviously it's worth going through. Obviously it's worth going through, and we went through. You climb down, you head underneath, and you head into a ball pit. I actually can't remember the last time I had to go through a ball pit on a maze, but that was good fun. It was quite a deep ball pit as well, it wasn't a small one. And you come out the other side and you kind of go through the carnival itself. As we said, you'll probably have seen there are a few jump scares. You get to play a few games along the way as well. I did try and knock the tins over, but they're stuck. Just want to tell you now, they're stuck. But going around the corner, we played the game, we had to throw it in without any problems whatsoever. And that was great fun maze. And it was a strong maze. It was a cracking maze, and we're undoubtedly going to go through it again as well, because it's just so entertaining. And the actors, there's a lot of them, interact with you brilliantly along the way. They're not just there for jump scares, they're there for a bit of everything. From there, we headed into the Brotherhood, which was the maze about the plague. Now, what we didn't know is that is a hood on face mask. So you have to put a hood on, have to put a hood over you. It's not a hood that you can't see all the way through, but it is one of those where you follow the rope for the first half of the maze. Now, as you know, I'm not a fan of these. I'm really not a fan of hooded mazes. They don't require any thinking, they don't require anything like that, but it does mean that the actors touch you. As a general rule, throughout the maze, couple of mazes we've been in, the actors haven't touched you, but in that one, they did touch you. So they kind of touch your hand, they touch your leg, you wouldn't be able to see them as you walk through, you followed the rope, you kind of went down, you went up, you know, you could see you were walking next to people. It was very much probably done in a really small space, just kind of weaved up and down. From there, actually, you do take the mask off midway, a bit like Hoodoo Voodoo at Extreme Scream Park. From there, there's some lovely scenery, some really nice kind of plague-like scenery. I know it sounds odd, but if you've been to London Dungeons, you'll know exactly what I mean. You know, streets of London and you know, dead bodies and rats and things like that are all kind of present. You get to go through the shops and bits and pieces. Yeah, really good. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, cracking little maze. We are trying to save some of the, to be fair, I say we're saving the best mazes for last. We don't really know what the best mazes are. We've kind of heard from rumours and whispering that definitely the one which is the #1 maze they recommend, which is the Hammer Maze, featuring the woman in black. We hear that is excellent, so we're definitely saving that one for now. And also, possibly the Lockdown Sleep Experiment. It seems to go in order in here whenever they do, but we've got a couple more mazes to do. We need to get into Submerged, which is kind of a ship-based one. I would assume a crash ship-based one. And we need to get in the other 2 mazes as well. And of course, we're going to take you on for the ride. Now, as we did say, the #1 maze, featuring the woman in black, does not allow flashlights inside, and we didn't use a flashlight in the carnival because it's bright in places and it kind of breaks it up nicely, but I think we will be using it in the other mazes. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. Leave your comments below. Which of the 2 mazes did you prefer straight off the bat? We've got a couple more left to do. Save those comments also. We expect some more later.
Would you like a spice sharing?
Stuck! I tried, but there ain't no way. Told you, ain't I? There ain't no way.
Oh God! No more lifeboats.
This is the maze quarters. It's forbidden.
So Scenic Railway looks absolutely stunning. Now we were a bit confused because we forgot about the little underpass there, so we've kind of gone either end and yeah, didn't actually make it, but we found it. It's 10 past 8. It's a definite night ride. You know, we've said that loads of theme parks aren't open till late, but this one tonight looks beautiful at night, absolutely beautiful. So we're going to head on to the Scenic Railway. Look at this, just look how great it looks. Love this ride, a proper British classic.
No! Don't go! Don't let them see you! No! No! No!
Up in this, what we believe to be a car park. I believe it to be a car park. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if it's still a used car park. It definitely was a car park. Over the back, we have the sleep experiment, and right here, we have Submerged. As you can see, it's got quite busy now. What do we think of those? Well, first we'll start with Submerge, which is kind of a sunk boat themed one. Actually reminds me of the Curse back at Fort Park many, many years ago. It is literally based around the ship, so you kind of head in and you just see the people that were on the ship as you go around. Noticeable scenes. Oh, hang on, we're going to be joined by someone. So noticeable scenes on, I completely lost my track of thought, of Submerged include kind of the bed quarters, the maid quarters as well was in there. You're kind of told to get out of those quite quickly, you know, kitchens and areas like that. So there's quite a few noticeable scenes that you see from the ship. The theming in there is incredible, really, really is incredible. You know, no qualms about that whatsoever. There's some ducking, there's some diving, there's quite a lot going through curtains between scenes. There's a little bit of strobe light, there's some nice bright sections, and then there's some dark sections as well. So we switched the film on, oddly enough, as you walk in, you've got a little bit of a corridor as you go through, and then you go through those really tight kind of balloon things from each end. So we went through those, it's pretty much immediate after walking in, and then we switched the camera on. There's very little point in switching the camera on beforehand and then pushing you through those balloons. From there you really enter the maze. It's a good length, it's about 4 or 5 minutes long as you kind of make your way around the corridors. There's quite a few jump scares in there as well, quite a few cabin portholes as you'll see on the video. And you know, one of them actually didn't come out towards the end. There's a big boiler section didn't come out, which was a bit of a shame. We had seen it on a previous run through. And then of course you've got lady at the end that charges you from kind of behind the kind of anchor sort of barrel boiler room area. So yeah, really, really good, really thoroughly enjoyed that. Now then, the sleep experiment over the back. Oh my god, that is one of my favourite mazes I've done in ages, absolutely ages. You go in and you're met by this like drill sergeant from the chief sort of experiment, and you're told to say yes sir, and you listen closely before entering the experiment. And I don't really know what to kind of compare it to. I know you will have seen the video, but I don't know what to compare it to. Comment below, what would you compare this maze to? You know, we said about Insomnia at Burton, we thought it might be like that. It's nothing like that at all. It's more like the Asylum. Honestly, it is totally different to anything we've been through in terms of story and what it is. There are some gruesome scenes in there. There are some gruesome characters in there. You know, there are even some areas where, you know, you're not sure where you're going and you have to duck and dodge and do things like that as well. There's some low points, some high points, some strobe lights, and some very intense scenes. You know, the one at the end, I don't know, some of the costumes were superb. The one at the end in the corner, absolutely amazing. And I'll be honest, the guy at the end who come out of the wall with the machine gun, which is an air blast gun, when he shot that first time round, as I said, we went through the mazes first before filming them, so we can see one, whether we needed a light, and two, to enjoy them because we'd never done them before. But when I went through that and he came out of there, I literally jumped. I jumped to the left. And I'm telling you now, the person, as an actor there, I literally jumped into him. It's unbelievable. And he then scared the crap out of me as well. Really intense maze. And as you can see by the queue over there now, it's very popular. Even on press night, it's not open to the public quite yet. It will be. This will be up just after the opening weekend, because we're away this weekend. It'll be up after the opening weekend. Make sure you get yourself down to Screamland. But that thing is incredible. That is one of my favourite mazes I've done in a long time, and that has been a real highlight to me. But we have another maze left to do, and that's the movie maze. And I'm quite looking forward to this, because normally when you put movies and things together, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it feels a bit cheesy. We've seen some of the cinema ones, they feel a bit cheesy. So I'm really interested to see how they put this together. It's a highlight one of them because it's got the woman in black in, a real highlight. So we're gonna head over there now and we're gonna take you through. You have to remember with this one, we're not allowed to switch lights on. The darkness is part of it. So I imagine there are gonna be some scenes in there that you're not going to see. However, rest assured you will see something, and you'll definitely hear. So make sure those speakers are up and make sure you're listening. But it's over that way, it's back in the park area, and that's where we're going now. As all the arcade machines shut down, that is the end of the preview here at Screamland. And I can tell you now, ooh, yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. So the maze we had to go through was the horror movie maze at the end there, which I think is called Hammer Movies. Hold on, I'm gonna double check. I don't want to get it wrong. Hammer House of Horror. So we didn't actually know what it was about so much because it just says on there the woman in black has come to Dreamland. However, it is kind of a compilation set of scenes from various classic movies. They include The Abominable Snowman, The Phantom of the Opera, and also included the Woman in Black finale. Now you will have seen some of it as we've gone through. As I said, we weren't allowed to switch a light on, but honestly, you will be able to see some of it. There are some things in there that we didn't quite know what they were. There are some things that won't be picked up on film, and one of those is the fact that in between scenes, you have these wonderful curtains with the movie poster printed on. It just looks incredible, and as you walk in, you kind of know what scene set you're walking into. It opens with a gentleman telling you he's from sort of Hammer Productions and they've come back to make horror movies, obviously referencing the name of the maze. You then go in and the director talks to you in this enclosed room, the doors shut either side, and he tells you you're going to be part of the horror set itself. From there you move into the graveyard before kind of moving into the scenes themselves. There's quite a few jump scares in there, undoubtedly quite a few jump scares, but the finale is easily the best thing about that. And what a stunning finale it was. You kind of go round into the Woman in Black set, and I love the Woman in Black. Such a creepy movie. The ornaments on the side, the toys on the side start moving, the chair starts rocking, and then before you know it, the lights go out, and as you probably saw, she comes belting out of the cupboard to scare you. Stunning finish. And it really wraps off an incredible night here at Screamland. We've had so much fun, and we want to thank the park for inviting us today because, you know, they didn't have to, and we come down and without a doubt, we have thoroughly enjoyed it. So we've gone through the mazes. We'll recap them again very quickly as we come to our conclusion. Hammer House of Horror, brilliant maze, absolutely brilliant. That would fit in any park, and it's a real different take on the usual movie sort of things, you know, rather than doing one based on a whole film or you getting clips or something like that. They've recreated scenes and sets. Some of them look absolutely stunning. You know, the girl on the swing is creepy as. Brilliant. So the Brotherhood, you know, the one about the plague, again, we don't like the bags over the heads ones as a general rule. That's nothing against the maze or anything like that. We just generally don't like them. We don't find them that entertaining. However, luckily, this one is in two halves. And once you come out the second half, you eat the rich theme, kind of the, you know, what you remember from sort of the London-based themes, kind of been going through the dungeons, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, some real derelict and disease-stricken area. Really good second half of the maze. We've then gone to Submerge, which is the ship maze. Again, incredible theming, absolutely incredible theming, and some real jump scares in there as well. Really importantly, some real good jump scares. Jump scares included at the end with the strong finale, charging from kind of behind, not quite sure what it was, I'll have to look back, but charging from behind, you don't see it come from the left. Brilliant. And then the Carnival, which we kind of recapped. Brilliant clown maze. You know, we always say clown mazes, you either like them or you don't like them. We enjoy them. We genuinely enjoy them. We like clowns, but it was different. It's a different take on things. You know, with a few games in there, a bit of a ball pool, fortune teller. Really did mix it up. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But the standout maze, without a doubt, was the Sleep Experiment Lockdown. Oh, what an intense maze. One of my favourite new mazes I've done in a long time. You know, we have some cracking mazes coming up on the channel, although we won't be able to take you into them from other parks, but that is cracking. For a new maze for us to do, we really enjoyed that. It is thoroughly intense. It's like high octane, high energy from the second you go in. As soon as you go in there, you know, you're being shouted at to listen and to really pay attention. And it's just completely different. Once you're sent in there, they're in your face. They're in your face, they're jumpy, they're scary. And when they're not jumpy and scary, they are creepy. Really, really creepy. And really quite scary looking. You know, a fantastic, although on the one we filmed, it didn't seem to work. The girl that actually goes up against the grate actually creates sparks. It didn't work when we went through the second time to film, but the first time around creates sparks, and it's a real sense of danger of sparks coming towards you. And then of course the finale as well. I didn't see it coming, and I love a good finale to a maze, and that is one of the best, again, we've seen in a long, long time. So Screamland, massive, massive hit. Get yourself down here because it's a massive, massive hit. Again, thanks to the park. Remember, like and subscribe. We've got a lot of content coming. The mazes which you've seen here, we've shown clips of. You will be able to see them on our YouTube channel over the next couple of days should you choose to watch them fully. Of course, if you don't ruin it for yourself. Come down here and experience it for yourself. And one thing we will say as well, which is really, really refreshing, we've gone through some cracking mazes today. Not one chainsaw in sight. Not a single chainsaw in sight. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time here on UK Theme Parks.